Where we speak tonight with Tahaley Payton. Tahaley Payton is the mother of 22-year-old deceased Tahaley Payton, who was a mother of a 6-month-old child. She went on a birthday trip with her boyfriend and also the child's father. So the child's father was also her boyfriend. And allegedly, he and Tahaley got into an altercation while they were in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is about an hour and a half from Simpsonville, South Carolina. Tahaley was a resident of Simpsonville, South Carolina, which is in Greenville County. Now, she went missing in November. Her body was found nearly 3 weeks after she went missing. And we all shared, you know, the flyer online trying to bring her home safely to her family. And unfortunately, she never made it home for Thanksgiving. And just a couple weeks before Christmas, she was found deceased in Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, I am speaking this evening with Tahaley's mother, and the reason we're speaking is because she's been told by Charlotte-Mecklenburg County Police Department that they're getting ready to close her daughter's death investigation. Despite the fact that her daughter went missing for nearly 3 weeks, and despite the fact that her daughter's body was found unclothed in a creek in Charlotte, North Carolina, in a wooded area. So tonight, we're talking about it, and we're trying to bring awareness to this story because we all have questions. And I can only imagine the questions that Tahaley's mother, Tahaley Payton, has. So we're going to go ahead and try to bring her on real quick. Stephanie?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm not going to ask you how you're doing because I feel like it's a rhetorical question. I'm going to say first and foremost that I am incredibly sorry for your loss. My prayers are with you. They've been with you for over a month now, since I first heard about your daughter when she went missing. I'm a mother, like you're a mother. So I'm going to try to be strong. I could only imagine the feelings and the thoughts and the anger and the frustration that you're experiencing. But I know where you get your strength from, and I applaud you for your strength. And I just want you to keep praying and leaning on people who truly, genuinely want to be there for you.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. And it's taking everything in me not to, and that's why I'm not looking at the camera, because I'm soft. I ain't gonna lie.
I put earrings on not to cry.
I know, right? I put my earrings on too, baby. Let's take it from the beginning. I have people in here watching from New York City. I have people in here watching from Baltimore. Matter of fact, to everybody watching live online, just drop your city in the comments, because I want Stephanie to see how much support we have, not only in our backyard. If you're watching from Fountain Inn, drop it. If you're watching from Lawrence, drop it. If you're watching from Columbia, drop it. If you're watching from Africa, drop it. We want to know how many people are out there. Kalani Davis says, keep your head up. Brianna says she's checking in from Chicago. I got Newberry, South Carolina checking in. Greenville, South Carolina's checking in. I have Lake Norman, North Carolina, which is a north suburb of Charlotte, checking in. And we need more people in Charlotte because this happened in Charlotte, and we are getting no answers from Charlotte. And I want to go on record by telling you and everybody watching that I have tagged the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department, and surely somebody's going to see this video, because we are not going to lay down. We are not going to lay down, and we are not going to accept the fact that they want to close the case. And it seems like they want to close the case because she didn't live in Charlotte. She was just visiting Charlotte. So does that mean that her life is no more valuable if she didn't live there? You know, and then you can't get the answers you need from Greenville County because it didn't happen in Greenville County. So you're stuck. So let's start with the story from the beginning. And if you need a moment to pull yourself together, I'm with you. I will send you the strength and support from the community in the comment bar. So if you just need a minute, you throw up that pointer finger. That means give me a minute, and I'll talk until you're ready, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I
Let's
think
take
I'm
it
ready.
back to November 19th.
Okay. On November the 19th, Tahaley came by the house, um, brought my grandbaby back over here. She had already been here anyway, but she brought my grandbaby back over here. And she told me that her and him was going out of town to Charlotte. I advised Tahaley, please don't go. I asked her several times to please not go. Oh no, Mom, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. Everything gonna be okay. I'll be back. And I told Tahaley not to go. Before this situation happened, he had just threw her out the car. If you anybody who's here in South Carolina, um, Simpsonville area, we're close to like Piedmont, Anderson. All you gotta do is ride down the back road. He had just threw her out the car
Mm.
and took off with my grandbaby. So happily, when he put her out the car, her preacher, that she was a member of East Georgia Road Baptist Church on East Georgia Road here in Simpsonville, seen her and helped her. She
Mm.
went to him and asked him for help, and he said to Haley, cops got called down there. Went, I went to go pick her up. He said, you all need to get her away from him. I said, I've been trying. I really had been trying.
Mm. 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 It's
So,
okay. Take your time.
with that story being said, my daughter had to go on a goose hunt to get my grandbaby back. He
Mm.
took my grandbaby to his grandma's house. That my grandbaby had never been at the grandma's house. I don't care who listening. I don't care. The grandma has bed bugs.
Mm.
So why would you take her there trying to hide the baby?
Right.
She got the baby back. I got her back home with me, cleaned her, just to make sure she was loved and taken care of. So Haley was here. Then next thing I know, oh, we're gonna be together. He said he apologized.
Mm.
Hold on, blessing. Okay, I love you. I love you.
Mm.
It's okay. It's my other
That's
grandbaby. I'm
okay. You
sorry.
got incredible support, and that's what you're gonna need to lean on, that love and that support.
So, um, yeah, she's here. Next thing I know, they're going to Charlotte. I begged to Haley not to go with
Mm-hmm.
him. When she know I'm not playing with her, I call her to Haley. When she know I'm joking, I call her TT. So that morning on the 20th, I got a phone call and she told me what had happened.
What did she tell you? If you could share the details, because there's a lot of people that are just being introduced to your story.
Okay. She told me that he was talking to other females.
Mm-hmm.
He left her there. Also got a call from him
Mm-hmm.
that he was gonna leave her there. I still have the application on my cell phone that I had downloaded the app to get the um um Uber Lyft app for
Mm-hmm.
her to get her home. She went to the hospital. From Circle K, she went to the hospital.
Okay.
A police officer called me and left me a message on my phone. He said, if you're a parent, and I think you're a concerned parent, your daughter's here. She had a bad night. Her 21st birthday, but he had the birthday wrong. That was her 22nd birthday.
Mm-hmm.
The boyfriend got mad and blah blah blah. He was calling to get her some help. But he was contacting me. He said she was over in the corner on the phone that she had his
Mm-hmm.
his phone, because he had broke her phone, two phones of hers 3 weeks prior to all this.
Mm-hmm.
So the only way we had any contact with Tahaley is through his phone. So I guess she went to the hospital. She left the hospital, got another phone call. She was at the big pub. She said, "Mom, I think these people are getting aggravated with me." So I see a Burger King. I'm gonna call you from the Burger King. And I said, "Okay, Tahaley, hurry up and call me back, cause I'm finna pay for the lift for Uber to come pick you up."
Mhm.
She said, "Okay, Mom, and I love you." That was the last conversation I ever heard from Tahaley, telling her that I love her. I didn't hear anything else from my baby except when she said that Kalani was coming to pick her up.
Mm, mm. And,
Didn't
and
hear anything. I went down to Charlotte, came down to Charlotte the day after Thanksgiving on that Friday. Me, my mom, and her stepdad came down. Her sister and bro wait, let me back up. Her sister, Carlotta, had already been down there looking for
mhm,
her. Days, but after that, prior to that, looking for her. Then her friend Kalani, sister Mary, all them went down looking for her. Those girls was down there every day because I have health issues. I can't travel like that. So I went down the day after Thanksgiving, that Friday. We walked, me and my mom walked as much as I could walk. We went to the Target. Target told us that they didn't have her on video. Target told to Carlotta, Kalani, and Mary, they didn't have her on video, but they gave it to the social media people of
mm,
her on video, but they wouldn't give it to me when I went, but they wouldn't even give it to her sister or even her best friend, but this person that fake like she was some kin to them. We have no family in
mhm.
Charlotte. We're from Georgia.
Right.
We're not from Atlanta, Georgia either. We're from deep South Georgia.
Where y'all from? Toccoa,
No,
Livonia,
no, we deep.
Hartwell.
My hometown is an hour away from Tallahassee, Florida. We're from Albany,
I know
Georgia.
exactly where
Okay,
Albany is. I've gone through it. Okay.
okay. So
And
we're
you are
from
from deep
there.
South Georgia.
Yeah. So, um, with all that being said, We went there. Me and my mom went there. They said they ain't have on video. Then, next thing I know, I think that Friday, that Saturday or Sunday. No, it was a Monday. I'm lying. It was a Monday. Oh, they got surveillance cameras of Tahaley on this fake ass, excuse me for my language,
Oh, it's okay. We
fake
can
ass
cuss over
news
here.
people, these fake news people that's doing stuff for clout. This
Yeah.
is important to me. This is my baby.
Right.
This is my child
Mhm.
that's gone. Um, y'all gave it to social media, but y'all wouldn't give her mama the information. Y'all wouldn't give her sister the information. Y'all didn't give us the information, but you gave it to social
Mm,
media. Y'all said y'all didn't have her on camera in Target.
mm, mm, mm.
The Haley went to the Arby's by the Cookie Crumble,
Mhm.
the same number that we got the text from saying Kalani was coming to get
Yeah.
her. She told the girl inside the Arby's, "My baby dad is trying to kill me. He has a girl in the car and he has two guns."
Oh my
I
gosh.
kept calling the detective to give her this information, to give her this information. I said, "So did you go check the surveillance cameras around there?" She did not do
Mm,
nothing.
mm,
The detective Berea, she didn't do anything.
mm,
My daughter had dirt. The girl explained to me how my daughter was. She had no jacket.
mm,
She had dirt. The girl said it looked like she had been tussling with
mm,
people.
mm,
She had dirt on her shirt. Tahaley asked her for a cup. The girl said she would have gave Tahaley some food, but she asked for a cup. Then she went to the Cookie Crumble and then got a text message from the girl at Cookie Crumble said, "Tahaley sent me a text message said Kalani's coming to get me." So me and Kalani looking like we know that's not a lie. Cause Kalani, you can't just spell her name You can't just spell her
Mm-hmm.
name. So it was getting later and later. On the 20th, I said, something's not right. Kalada, go around Kalani's house and see if Kalani was there, but she wasn't there. So I called 911 and did the missing person report.
Mm-hmm.
It was like at 11:53 or something,
Mm-hmm.
and did the missing person report because, like, if Kalani was going to get her, it don't take that long to get there.
Right.
Kalada had never drove that far by herself before, and my truck needed oil change. I'm gonna talk. Let me get on there. My truck needed oil change. Sorry, I was just gonna throw my phone at Kalada. Sorry.
Oh, it's
Get
fine.
out, Kalada. So, that happened, did all that information. Just something just was not right. So
Yeah.
Kalani called and said, "Mama, I have not heard nothing from Ta'haley. I just found out that she was missing."
Mm.
So when she was inside Target, once I seen these videos, she did have a phone in her back pocket. But how did
Haley had a phone in her back pocket.
her back pocket? It had
Okay.
to be Satobi's phone.
Who's that?
The 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 boy that took her
The
there,
baby
the baby daddy that took her
daddy.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you think that she had the baby daddy's phone in her back pocket?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
Where
she
was he
texted
at?
me. She did text me from that phone.
Okay. So where was he at? He was gone. He left her with the phone.
Okay, so the first lie, he said that he left. First lie he said he left her at the motel room. Then the next lie said he was at if you hear the 911 phone call, Ta'haley woke up to being beaten
Mm.
and her ass was raw. So he raped her in her ass.
Oh.
So I didn't even get the 911 phone call. They didn't give it to me. Mecklenburg Police Department wouldn't give it to me. But you know who they gave it to? Social media. They didn't give it to me. They gave it to social media. So I had to hear my baby crying out for help on the 911 phone call.
Oh God.
And she kept saying, I need to call my mama. I need to call my mama.
Mm.
So it's just so much going on. It don't make no sense. So you said you left her at the motel room. You threw her out the car. So now I guess you left her at the Circle K. But then you say you went an hour away to go be with another bitch. Then you say you went an hour away to go to the QT. Then you say you went an hour away to go do a drug deal. So which lie is it? But
Yeah.
where's the phone that when she was at Circle K that the police called me and left me a voicemail telling me that she's over there in the corner on the phone?
Mm. 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 Mm.
So where's the phone at?
Right.
Where's the phone? I have asked that sergeant, the detective Berez, can you please call the officer and ask him, did he make Ta'haley surrender the phone before she went to the hospital? Evidently he didn't because she had the phone in her back pocket at Target.
Yeah.
So you had to be there. You had to come back. Then you sent a text to my phone, her sister's phone, and said you was helping the police look for her.
Mm.
But you say you went an hour away somewhere else. I'm not trying to point the fingers at nobody. The
Yeah.
truth is the truth.
Right. Right. Yep.
The truth
And
is the truth. Ta'haley left here alive, and I begged her not to go.
yeah.
I begged her not to go with him. Love, if somebody love you, if a person that's messed up in the head say they love you more than your mama do, something got to be wrong with you and your family.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm.
barely eat. I barely sleep because justice got to be done for her.
Yes.
Ta'haley didn't deserve this. She's a free person. My back hurting so bad. Thanksgiving, I couldn't hardly cook. But guess what? I went in there my daughter Kalada tried to make the macaroni and cheese. I have a 10-year-old that's really smart. Oh, well, it don't taste like Tahaley macaroni and cheese, but that's her favorite food. She just eat macaroni and cheese. Um, Tahaley don't miss no holidays at home with her family. It's not her MO. She would have never left her baby.
Right.
She would have never left me. She knew I was in pain and hurting. So then when I did get the strength up to go search for her, I walked and walked and walked and walked, hurting, hurting, looking for her, looking for her, looking for TT. It's just not. I don't understand what Mecklenburg bullshit police department want.
Yeah.
The 911 call, tell it all. He told what he did. He posted a thing on her social media page because after he broke her phone for the third time, only way she could get in contact with us is through him, his phone, because that's a controlling situation. So you know he's a weak mind person. But you went on her social media page. You done deleted it now and said, if y'all want the bitch, come get her. I left that bitch in Charlotte. Come get her. This bastard said I lowered my standards for being with that bitch. This picture show you that that's a pretty black, beautiful female. She's beautiful. And she didn't deserve that. I just want to give her a hug. I just want to hug Tahaley. I just want to hug her. And I can't hug her. This ain't right. What's going on in Mecklenburg? Do not give a damn. I called the detective because if I don't advocate for Tahaley, who's going to advocate for her?
You are correct.
And I'm gonna just be honest with you. I have my intuition, but if it wasn't for Cyber Flower and her team, we would have never found Tahaley. Would have never found her. She would just been like another missing person, a black female missing.
Yep. Yep. And something there's a famous quote, and I don't remember, was it somebody gonna help me on this. I want to say it might have been Malcolm X, but if I'm wrong, y'all tell me I'm wrong because I'm okay with that. A black female is the most disrespected person in this world. And it's so true. It may have been Farrakhan that said that, Malcolm X, somebody powerful. I remember, I can't Google it right now. So y'all charge my head, not my heart. But it's so true because when your daughter went missing, had she have looked another way, it would have been on every TV station, social media. Every TV station would be running it as the top story of the evening, and it'd be all over Twitter. Nancy Grace would have been calling you. CNN would have been calling you, and there would have been this activation and this concern. And because she didn't fit the profile, the story just kind of fell to the wayside.
Yeah.
And, I'm watching things unfold. And I remember reaching out to you, and you didn't know who was who, what was what, and what people's, intentions were. And I totally get it. You were just a concerned mother looking for your child, and then it was like when she was found, I'm all over the social media pages of all the news stations here and the newspaper. I'm looking in Grayville at the social media outlets and also the news stations down there because I'm not finna put nothing out there. And I said finna. My emotions is talking. Y'all gonna have to excuse me, but I am not going to put anything out there without confirming and verifying it. And it made me so angry that I was unable to get a story update or a confirmation or anything until I saw, I think her cousin posted something, and I knew she was close to the family, very close to the family. She posted a picture. I verified who she was, and I said, dang. And that's when I reached out to you the second time and said, I send my prayers, my, and condolences. I was hoping it wasn't true. I was praying it wasn't true. And for you to live in agony for almost, she went missing on the 20th. There's 30 days in November. So you went, what, 18 days
Yeah.
with searching for your daughter to
Mhm.
find out that she was found
Dead
unclothed in a creek,
in
in
a
a wooded
creek with
area.
no
Yeah.
clothes on, naked, with 3 strings of hair in her head.
With 3 strands of hair in her head.
Yeah, those twist things that she had in her
Uh-huh.
head, on that picture that she has on for Halloween.
Yeah.
If you see the pictures that I sent you, most of all those pictures, Tahaley always have her big, pretty smile on her face.
Yeah.
The dash in her forehead.
You say what now?
She have a dash in her
She
forehead.
had a gash in her forehead.
Yeah.
Okay.
I talked to the funeral home person there in Charlotte,
Mm-hmm.
and she told me, um, I'm advising you not to look at her body when she gets shipped, to South Carolina. I said, man, you can't tell me what to do about my child. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't scared of her. I went in there and looked at my baby.
Mm.
Even though I know her flesh was just still there, but I knew her spirit was gone. But I
Mm-hmm.
had to look at her. My daughter was not visible, but I had to see that was Tahaley. Well,
And
I'm telling
without
you,
doubt.
I'm telling you, you're gonna have that vision in your head forever. No, I'm not,
Mm.
because I know what Tahaley looked like.
Yeah.
She had all those braids and stuff in her hair, but why was she naked?
Right.
Where's a pocketbook that he said he gave her? Where is a brown jacket that she had on before she left my house that night?
Mm.
Where's her flip flop? Kalani, Carlotta, Mary, other girls that went down there.
Mm-hmm.
But I just know Carlotta is my daughter. Kalani is my baby.
Yeah.
Mary is my baby.
Mm-hmm.
Mary stayed wailing in Jacksonville, North Carolina. And
Mm.
she's a mom.
Yeah.
But they were searching because they knew I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Where are clothes at? Do you know how many times those girls walked that same mile? And it ain't just a mile, it's like, what, 15, 16 miles walk?
Yeah.
Where are clothes at?
Right.
They ain't raising no red flag.
What was the cause of death? What was the official cause of death according to the
They
coroner?
the coroner is still pending. He
Okay.
said he waited on the toxicology report, and what's the other report they sent off for? He said he sent off something like for her liver or some report he said he sent off for. But what he told me was that her body wasn't beaten.
It
Her
was
body
not.
didn't. Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay.
But if her body wasn't beaten, like I told him, how she didn't just pass out or something from the head trauma that she got beat in her head. Her ear was bleeding.
So her ear was bleeding and she had a gash in her
Yeah,
forehead, but they didn't find any signs of physical harm.
physical harm.
No broken
So
bones. What did you ask? Like,
yeah,
okay,
I asked
I
all
seen a
questions.
gash in her
Yeah,
forehead. What's
what
up with that?
is that? Why was she naked? Where's her
Right.
clothes at? I asked him all that. Well, ma'am, I'm just telling you, I don't know where her clothing is. I said, so you saying that she wasn't beaten? I said, how you know she wasn't strangled? I even asked the detective this. Oh, she wasn't. I said, how you know she wasn't drugged? Oh, she wasn't. Wasn't. I said, how do you know?
How do you know? And and
How do
and
you know?
did you try to get a second opinion or a second autopsy or a
Yes, I
medical
tried to do a
examiner?
second autopsy here in Greenville.
Uh-huh.
I called the medical examining lab here in Greenville. They told me it was going to be $5,500, and I have to bring that up there in the cashier's check. But it's the doctor's discrepancy if he or she takes the case.
Mm-hmm.
The lady did call me back from up there, and she said the doctor said they are not going to take the case.
Even if you came up with the
Even if I came up with the
$5,500.
money, even if I came up with the money, they told me they would not take the case.
Uh, uh, uh.
Because I'm looking at it like this, and I'm not trying to be funny. Mecklenburg don't give a damn about a black female. Mecklenburg just trying to keep their ass clean because they know, first of all, you didn't look for her. How
Right.
did social media get all this information that you detectives supposed to be looking for?
Yeah.
But if this was your child, how would you feel?
Mm-hmm. Did you get a copy of her death certificate yet?
No.
And is her body, has it been committed to the ground? Was she cremated?
She
Where?
hasn't even been cremated yet.
Okay, so you're going to have her cremated, but she hasn't been cremated yet.
No.
What's the holdup on the cremation process? Is it because they're still
Waiting
investigating?
yeah, they were still waiting on the death certificate from Charlotte.
So they're waiting for Charlotte to send the death certificate
Here.
before they perform the
Yeah,
cremation.
I guess that's how they do here. This is my first time hearing this, but
Okay.
but in order for her to get cremated here, because she'll get cremated here in Simpsonville.
Okay.
What it is like, what is that? Well, it's not too far from my house. You know, we call that Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
That she'll get cremated here in
Okay.
Simpsonville. But they here in South Carolina, they have started. My voice is gone because I've
It's
been
okay.
crying
It's
a lot.
okay.
But they have to have the death certificate in order to cremate her. Why can you start saying the road that we live on? I'm not saying the road we live on. I just said off of Main Street. Okay. A lot of just said.
Well, shout outs
Sorry.
to everybody in Simpsonville. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell
right.
you when you say Main Street, I'm gonna tell you what I think about in Simpsonville. I think of Papa's and beer, some of my
Yeah,
favorite Mexican food. How
yeah,
about that?
yes. And I like the old Papas and beers, not the newer one
Not the
down
new
that other
ones.
way.
Yeah, because now that they are chained and they everywhere, it's like womp womp. They
Yeah,
went from being like top tier to mid.
yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
I don't. But anyway, long story short, Claudia, just worry about it. Everybody know where we stay at.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. The news people don't been over here. It doesn't matter. They know where we stay
Yeah.
at. And I'm not safe at home anymore. None of us are safe at home. Because of this situation.
Yeah. Have you thought about moving
Oh
or
yeah,
relocating?
we are moving.
Okay.
We are gonna move. We're just, it takes time. We just had to get that done with Tahaley, so we are moving.
Okay. So let's talk about ways that people can help. First and foremost, one of the most powerful things you can do is if you're watching this video is to share it.
Hmm.
The more shares, the further the video
Hmm.
gets. And we want to bring justice to the family of Tahaley Payton and most importantly, her mother, the woman who carried her for 9 months and gave birth to her and raised her and is now having to raise her daughter, who's only 6 months old. So the first thing you can do to help is share this video
Hmm.
and keep sharing, share updates as they come down the pipeline. Also, if you're watching and you're a community activist, if you're a part of the NAACP, if you're a part of a sorority, a fraternity, if you're a part of any social justice group, talk about this amongst your board members. Talk about this amongst your members, and figure out a way to help.
Hmm.
A lot of times people get so caught up in the story, they want to talk about the details, share the details. Did you hear about such and such? Yeah, girl. One of the worst things is with me being in media is having somebody come to me that has the attention of the community,
Now,
the
the power to
respect of the
help.
community, but you coming to me with hearsay instead of an action plan of how you gonna help or what you and your group are willing to do to help. Because I'm sure a lot of those people reached out to you and they want the story, they want the interview, but what are they doing to help is the question.
Correct.
So again, share, that's great. Number two, if you're a part of any type of group that can help bring justice to this situation, we encourage you to stand up. You can reach out to me personally if you can't get with Stephanie, and I'll filter it through and bring it back through. I do want to go on record by saying I have tried a few different ways to help. Number one, not only bringing attention and notoriety to this story, but number two, I've reached out to a civil rights lawyer here in Charlotte, trying to get her to help out with the situation and demand answers. I've also reached out to somebody who will remain nameless on city council, who has already reached out to Stephanie, that's going to try to help her. That's what I know I can do. And I don't stop there. But I know there's people out there with heavy influences in the community. I know I see 4 attorneys on my feed right now. 4 attorneys. What you gonna do to help? How can you help? Or are you just here for the details? We have to support each other. Right. Because if we don't come together and demand answers and demand justice, then guess what?
She'll be another black female just thrown away in the cracks, and people don't care. But I'm a fighter, and if it takes me to my grave, I'm gonna keep fighting for her. Some days I feel like I'm not strong enough to get up and do it, but I have to because she didn't deserve what happened to her. This is not right. I miss my baby so much. My niece,
I know you do.
my granddaughter, that's 2 years old. Why has Titi not called me? Her 10-year-old brother, her 11-year-old brother, her 10-year-old brother, her 16-year-old brother, because Ta'haley is the sister that plays video games and laughs. And we can be having an argument inside the house. And guess what? She's going to do something silly. She's going to do something silly and make everybody bust out laughing. Her and her stepdaddy's supposed to be arguing about the sweets. Ta'haley don't go to sleep and burn up the sweets. Ta'haley is a mother, a phenomenal sister.
Yes.
She's a beautiful black woman. She's smart, intelligent. She would never hurt a soul. If anything, she'll give you a shirt off her back. And for somebody to take that soul away and think you think you're God Almighty because somebody don't want you.
Yeah.
And you think you can manipulate a person because you got issues that you need help with, that wasn't right.
Yeah.
Love don't make nobody do that. You need help.
Has her boyfriend slash child's father, because he's the same person, her baby's father was her boyfriend. Has he reached out, or has his family reached out to you?
No.
Were any of them present at the funeral?
No.
So he lost his child's mother, and he did not show up to the funeral.
No.
Wow.
When they say it takes a village, it takes a village.
Yeah.
From my spirit sister Trila, from Cyber Flower, her aunts and aunties, Mary. Her Faye has another grandmama. Her name is Stephanie also. From my co-workers and stuff, when they say it takes a village, it takes a village. There's been supplying milk, clothing. My closet is full with diapers and wipes.
Your community came together to help, to make sure that your grandbaby has what she needs.
Has what she needs.
That's beautiful.
For Christmas for the boys, everybody came through. My little god babies. Every child comes to my house. I don't know what I do, but Faith is well loved. She's on the chart now. She's 13 pounds and 5 ounces.
Oh, was she a preemie?
Yes.
Okay, because I know you said that she's 6 months old, so for her to only be
She's
13
7. She
pounds.
actually 7. She's about to turn 8 months. She's actually 7 months.
So,
But she's
wow.
4 months, how they do it with preemie.
Okay.
But she's on the chart when I took her to the doctor last
Uh-huh.
Tuesday. And
And
the
Faith,
doctor,
by the way, is Tahaley's
yes,
daughter, just for those
yes,
who aren't familiar
yes,
with her.
that's
So
Tahaley's
she
daughter.
was a premature a few months, and
Uh,
she's now 19 pounds at
13,
seven
no,
months.
13
13
pounds and 5 ounces.
pounds. Oh,
Yeah,
wow. So she's
but
still an itty bitty
no,
thing. So it's
she's
something.
not. She's
Oh,
chunky monkey.
okay.
Her thighs are so thick. She is. No, she's a big girl now. Now,
Okay.
if you had seen her when she was born, because she was only 2 pounds and
Oh,
4 ounces,
oh,
she's
she's a
awesome.
miracle.
Yeah, she's
Hmm.
awesome. And now, as of yesterday, she's sitting up by herself.
Wow.
Mhm.
And not even 7 months yet, and premature. And see, that ain't nothing but God.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing but God. Now her name is very fitting, Faith.
Uh-huh.
Faith, little Faith is a miracle. Hey,
Yeah.
that's what you should call her for her nickname, Miracle, or
Yeah.
Mira. What's Mira short for
Yeah.
miracle?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I'm so glad to hear that she's doing okay. How does do you feel like she knows that, her mother hasn't been there, or you think she's just too early in the
No,
game to really realize?
she knows because you can tell the way she reacts. And when he got pulled over by the police, which he said, I called the police on him. I don't even know the tag number for the car, but if I did know the tag number, damn right, I would have called the police would have had the tag number. But anyway, that night that happened, Greenville County Police Department called me at it was at 1:30 that morning.
Mm-hmm.
They woke up screaming and hollering while the police was calling my phone. They asked me,
Mm.
was I Tahaley Payton's mom? And I said, yes. Did you all find her? We can't answer that for you. A deputy will have to call you back. And no one ever called back.
Wow.
So, but yeah, she's growing. She's happy. You can tell that she's loved.
Yeah.
Um, it when they I they it takes a village. It really does.
Yeah. I know that you said that they told you that your daughter's death date was it December 8th that they concluded?
They got December 9th, but my
Okay.
date that Tahaley passed away is November the 21st,
Okay.
between the hours of 2 o'clock a.m. and 3:30 that
How did
morning.
you come up with that?
That's when I felt her soul leave my chest.
Goodness gracious.
Ain't nobody ain't gonna tell me no different.
Mm.
I know when she left this world. I know when she left. And I don't know who's watching, if they're single or not. Don't put your trust in a man that you don't know.
Mm.
Don't never tell your man that your mama or your daddy or your auntie or your family don't love you, because they use that to manipulate you. I have been in an abusive relationship before. Men like to control. And what they say, men that don't have anything down there, they love to try to control somebody because they have very low self-esteem.
Mm.
But you didn't have to take her away from here.
Man.
She didn't deserve that.
People are asking how else they can help. So think
But she
about that.
still, her friend Kalani put up a GoFundMe account
Okay.
to help out with any expenses that we've been having to going on, because it's not cheap.
Yeah.
And I'm disabled right now. So
I'm going to drop it in the comment for those who want to help. Also, we already put out the call. If somebody knows anybody that can help bring justice to this case, whether it's an attorney that in Charlotte-Mecklenburg, civil rights attorney, community activist, anybody, we're just looking to get some exposure on this story and also getting answers on the investigation. Is there anything else that you can think of that we as a community can do to help you and your family at the moment?
um, just be a support.
Yeah.
We really need support and prayer,
Yeah.
and just because this is not no easy road, and I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. if anybody want to help out as far as like the baby still need milk, she's gonna always need milk. If they want to help with that, I'll see you the information
Okay.
on what kind of milk she drinks. Hey, you can never not have enough Pampers or anything,
Clothing. Yeah,
clothing, but just know that prayer. We don't need that negative. I'm not a negative person.
that's right. That's right.
Um, we're gonna have to move soon.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm not happy and safe at home.
I understand.
It just wasn't right.
Yeah.
And if anybody who's listening, if this was your sister, your brother, or cousin, you would want justice also.
Yes.
And she shouldn't just be left out there.
Mm-hmm.
She was naked, no clothes on,
Mm.
no clothing. And Mecklenburg Police Department don't give one, two damn cents about what happened to her. And justice need to be done. So what we've been doing with her baby in her blanket, wrapping her up with the blanket with her mama's stockings that she had from her Halloween costume, because
Oh,
that's her mom's scent,
yeah.
to let Faith know that her mom's here.
Mm.
Um, the person that I'm hurting, but her 10-year-old brother is hurting real bad.
Mm.
And what do I supposed to tell Faith? What do I supposed to tell her 2-year-old niece
Mm-hmm.
that's saying, Mama, Auntie TT ain't been here to do my hair.
Mm.
TT ain't called me, call Auntie TT. And do you know what she said? Why Auntie TT and Toby haven't came and pick up Fei Fei?
Mm. Mm. I'm so sorry you're going through this.
It's
It
not right.
breaks my heart, and it takes it takes a lot. It takes a lot. It takes a lot not to be crying with you. I'm crying inside. My chest hurts. I'm probably gonna boohoo when I get off of here. I'm trying to be strong for you because I know you're hurting. And I know you want answers. And I'm gonna do whatever I can to try to help bring justice your way and at least plug you with the correct people that will hopefully, make some things
And
happen. You gotta
that's why I
hold.
had to put on my big girl panties.
That's right.
And I'm still gonna cry through it, but I reached out to you because you had been reaching out to me.
Absolutely.
And I was just going through something, and I'm still going through it.
I
I would never
understand.
get over this because this ain't right. This ain't right. This not
Mm-mm.
right. If I could just hug her one more time. Just hug her one more time.
Mhm.
I am a mother of 7. This Christmas is supposed to be the biggest Christmas we had.
Yeah.
Tahaley was not here. I
Mm.
supposed to had all 7 of my kids at home and all 4 of my grandbabies. We actually supposed to be coming to North Carolina
Mhm.
to the Polar Express. Tahaley's not here.
Mm.
Do you know how bad that hurt? So
Mm.
bad.
Mm.
It
Mm.
hurt so bad.
I know it does. And we are all praying for you. We are all pulling for you. I'm seeing the comments come in. Let's start our own hashtag. Hashtag justice for Tahaley
Justice for
Payton.
Tahaley.
Spell her
Justice for
last name
Tahaley.
correctly. Spell her first name correctly. Let's make this thing go viral. Share it with all the news outlets and share it with community activists. Like let's get this story out because you deserve answers and you deserve justice. And she doesn't. Her daughter, who's not even a year, she's 7 months old. She deserves answers. And one day she needs to know that her community stood up for her mother and her family and demanded justice for Tahaley Payton. Y'all don't let this go quiet after tonight.
No.
Please keep on sharing.
But these young folks need to listen. When your mama tell you something, we ain't trying to tell you nothing to hurt you.
Yeah.
We just trying to tell you stuff from experience. And don't make the mistakes that we made.
Mm.
Because when they say a generation curse can't be change. That's the devil is a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Because even with my own household, it has been done.
Yeah, definitely. Got to break those chains. If it's got to start with somebody, it's got to start with somebody. And we're going to
But I
leave on
thank
that.
you. I
Yo,
thank
you
you
are
very much.
welcome. I thank you. I thank you for being strong. I thank you for being vocal. And we'll be in touch. And again, if anybody wants to help, you can inbox me personally, and we can go from there. And in the meantime, let's make sure we keep in touch with any breaking updates, just to keep the community in the know, because we unfortunately heard that she went missing. We then heard that she was found deceased, and then the story went away.
Mm-hmm.
And we're bringing the story back
Yeah.
because Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police is trying to close the case, despite the fact that she was found deceased in a creek without clothing on.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, something isn't right with this, and
Something ain't right.
clearly her death needs to be investigated a little bit
Mm-hmm.
more. Somebody did drop a comment that says, you definitely should do a second opinion with another medical examiner, and you should wait until you cremate her. That's just
Yeah,
somebody's opinion. I'm just sharing
that's
it with
my
you.
opinion too.
Yeah,
Thank you all so much. Who's on here? I'm really appreciate it, but I still want my baby.
understandably so. Well, just know that your community loves you. We all send you our strength, our prayers, our condolences, and we're gonna demand justice for Tahaley Payton.
Yes, ma'am.
God bless you, and thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for joining us.
And y'all have a blessed
All
night.
right, you too. Stay strong, Mama.